The mysterious world of The Witcher has to abide by many laws.
Claim the tradition as you have. The Lord of Surprise.
Similarly, the actors also had to follow a set of rules.
If that counts.
What made Anya Chalotra decide to film her intimate scenes without a body double? Why does Joey Batey hate Jaskier's most famous song? And did the writers really cut half of Geralt's lines? Rule number 1, prepare for intimate scenes. Those are so memorable, especially the ones between Geralt and Yennefer, of course.
I'm in.
You might assume that the actors used body doubles to film those scenes, but for most cases, they actually didn't. In fact, Anya Chalotra couldn't stand the idea of having a body double, all because she was so possessive of her character. The actress agreed to a body double only for Yennefer's very first intimate scene with Istred, and it was even hard for her to watch the scene. I didn't feel comfortable anyone else portraying Yennefer because it's still acting, isn't it? Anya commented. So the actress worked closely with coordinators on the set to film those sequences herself. The crew always ensured that Chalotra was comfortable with the nudity, and that it was only shown when it was integral to the plot and her character.
I'm a beacon of purity.
Meanwhile, her co-star had other things to deal with. Rule number 2, find your voice. All actors were encouraged to find a suitable accent for their characters, and Henry Cavill was the one who did the biggest amount of work with it. If you listen to his voice in real life, you'll see that it's completely different from Geralt's.
I'm here to take you back to where we first met the Witcher.
That's a tale requiring a wine cellar.
What's more, you can't even tell what exactly the Witcher sounds like. I mean, it's nothing similar to British, American, or any other accent. And it's also not exactly how Geralt speaks in the Witcher video games. The voice is all Henry's creation. The actor once explained how he came up with it. Turns out, Geralt's manner of speaking is a mixture of many kinds of accents. Cavill said that it's actually a Rivian accent, which is a reference to the homeland his character claims.
For me, it was about bringing a voice to Geralt, which was expressing the essence of who he is in the books.
For Henry, it was also important to develop his character in a way that made him more direct. His aim was to make Geralt say something short, a single word, or a few words, but give it the weight of a whole sentence. And with this particular voice involved, it became possible. We'll discuss the White Wolf's wordiness a bit more later. For now, let's see who else made sure to get everything right about his character. Rule number 3, find your talent. At least it was a rule for Joey Batey, who plays Jaskier. And that's because he was supposed to sing and play the lute to portray the all-beloved bard. Luckily for everyone involved, the actor already knew how to do both.
Jealous?
But Batey didn't really enjoy it. Why? Because of the memorable tune of one of his songs. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
Joey described the song as annoyingly catchy and admitted that he'd had that in his head for 8 months. Good luck getting rid of it anytime soon. Yet Batey can't complain much. After all, it was this song and his role as Geralt's unlikely friend that brought him immense popularity. And if Batey hadn't known how to play a lute, he probably wouldn't have gotten the role. What's more, he wrote one of the songs himself. It was Burn, Butcher, Burn. Joey shared that being an author gave him a better understanding of the song as he played it. Now let's see what talents some other cast members had to develop. Rule number 4, learn to fight and dance. The fighting part shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Learning battle skills was especially important for Henry, who performed most of his stunts himself. As it usually happens, things didn't always go as planned. Cavill tore his hamstring filming one of the fight scenes in Season 2. The injury was so bad that the actor was worried about the future of his acting career. To ensure a full recovery, Henry had to slow down and focus on physical therapy. He later admitted that it was his worst professional moment that year. Thankfully, he healed and got back to filming. Henry and everyone else also had to learn another skill for seamless fight scenes, and you probably won't ever guess what it was. Dancing! Vladimir Furtick, a Slovak actor and stuntman, worked as a sword and fight master in The Witcher's first season. He helped Henry and the others develop a dance-like battling style, and it makes sense especially for fans of the books and games, because Geralt is known for his deadly sword dances, pirouettes, and above-average agility. Plus, The Witcher frequently shows us scenes from galas, balls, and events like that.
Even for me.
Especially for you.
So the actors really needed to up their dance game. Learning all of that probably helped them follow the next rule. Rule number 5, maintain your physique. Once again, this was especially important for the lead actor, but since Cavill played Superman before he became Geralt, he was no stranger to a strict diet and exercise regime. To get the shape he wanted for The Witcher, he teamed up with Dave Rienzi. This trainer previously helped sculpt Dwayne Johnson's massive body.
Every morning, I started with fasted cardio, and then I did a weight training regime.
And along with his high-intensity bodyweight workouts, Henry consumed as many as 5,000 calories every day. Yet there was a new thing he had to do too. Henry basically stopped drinking water to look as shredded as possible for his shirtless scenes, including that famous bathtub sequence in season 1, of course.
On the first day, you'll have like 1.5 liters, and the second day, half a liter, and then the third day, no water, and you'll shoot the fourth.
And he got to the point that he could literally smell the water nearby. But the result was worth it, don't you think? Fans of The Witcher were crazy about the bathtub scene, and it still remains one of the most memorable ones in the show. But let's distract ourselves from Geralt's immaculate shape and move on to rule number 6. Don't talk too much. You probably know that Henry is a huge fan of The Witcher. Since he loves the world so much, it's no wonder that his performance has been so good. But it turns out that we didn't get to see all of it. One of the show writers revealed that they ended up cutting Henry's lines and removing half of his dialogue. But it wasn't because he uttered them badly or anything like that. On the contrary, Cavill's portrayal was so nuanced and emotional that the showrunners decided that words weren't necessary for him. The actor shone especially brightly through his silence and could make a huge impact with a single word or a short phrase. So even though you probably wanted to see more of Geralt's dialogue, Henry's perfect performance ensured that he didn't really need to be that talkative. It's not even a word, but it says so much, right? At the same time, we're not sure how the actor felt about having so many of his lines cut, but we do know that he had to. Rule number 7, accept the changes. As it often happens with book-to-movie adaptations, a lot of things have been altered in the series, and fans aren't happy with them. Being a Witcher enthusiast, too, Henry didn't like all of them either. Every time he felt that the show was mistreating the source material, he tried to stand up to the writers. And we all know how it ended. Season 3 will be the last time we see the actor as Geralt of Rivia.
Alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my swords for season 4.
When the news broke, fans were devastated, and they also weren't happy that Henry was replaced with Liam Hemsworth. Many even planned to boycott the series after season 3 to pay respect to the original actor. However, the actual reason for Cavill's exit has never been revealed. Henry himself has never commented on it. So although fans think that they know what happened, it could have been something else. And how do you feel about Cavill being replaced as Geralt? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're a fan of the Witcher series, watch our other video about it.